Hello everybody, welcome to the Red Men TV. It is the starting 11 prediction show. It's Liverpool, Burnley, it's Anfield. It's a 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff and I am here, as I always am, to try and predict the starting 11 for this game. So we're going to start with the goalkeeper, like I always do, like we always do. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Anything you agree with, disagree with, or maybe you just want to have a little look on the board when I put everybody on there. So we're going to start off with Alisson Becker in nets because, well, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. And I can't imagine that Jurgen's going to throw Alisson in for this one. Over at left back, I think after a brief hiatus from the first 11, I'm going to put Andy Robertson in as the left back. Nico did all right last time out. You know, obviously he got 45 minutes under his belt. Got a little bit of a tough time against Brighton. But, you know, generally held his own. Out of position, not too bad at all. But Robbo comes back in. Virgil van Dijk, the rock in the heart of the defence. He's going to stay where he is. We don't really have many options at centre-half, so I imagine that it's going to be Joe Gomez alongside Virgil van Dijk. And then finally, rounding off the back four, Trent Alexander-Arnold. So no space for Williams in the back five this time out. I think that's probably going to be it, to be honest. I can't imagine we're going to see anything different. Obviously, it does depend on Robertson's fitness, but he played 45 minutes and he played well. He played like Andy Robertson. He showed that left-hand side up. Andy got forward, gets an assist from the corner as well. Sound little introduction. Another guy who came into the fray last night was Fabinho, and I do think he's going to start in the centre of midfield in that base, especially with Jordan's injury. Now, as I am doing this show live, we have not any word on Jordan Henderson and what that injury is. So Fabinho's going to go in. I'm going to say Naby Keita, after, for me, a man of the match performance from him, alongside maybe Mo Salah. He keeps his place in the centre of the park, and I just hope that this is the start of that run of games that we've wanted to see from Naby Keita for such a long time now. He goes there, and I'm going to throw a little bit of a curveball in, and I'm going to say that James Milner comes in on the right-hand side of the midfield. One of the reasons that I think James Milner's going to come in is because of that leadership that we'll be missing from Jordan Henderson, the vice-captain coming in place, taking the captain's armband in place of Jordan Henderson. And if Naby is going to be that creative influence on one side, I think Milner should be able, with Fabinho, to halt any attacks on the other side. Now, we do expect that Burnley are going to come to Anfield and they're going to sit back, and it's going to be tough to break them down. And with that in mind, I'm going to go Sadio Mane over on that left-hand side. I'm going to go Mo Salah over on the right-hand side, and then I'm going to go Bobby Firmino as the number 9. So a very, very strong first 11 from Liverpool for me in this game. And then we're going to go on to the substitutes, of course. So we're going to start with the substitute goalkeeper, Adrian. Nico Williams keeps a place on the bench this time. Adam Lallana I'm going to throw back in, and that's mainly because of it was him or Shaqiri, and Shaqiri missed the bench in the last one. Now, I know Jurgen's come out and says he's not going to get a lot of game time, but I think Lallana might get a place on the bench this time. I'm going to go Taki Minamino and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Then I'm going to say Gini Wijnaldum takes a spot on the bench, along with Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, and Divock Origi will round off the substitutes bench for me. Now, I'm thinking that this lad, Minamino, is going to get some minutes somewhere. I just don't see where. Obviously, Bobby, a couple of games ago, Bobby's had a little rest over the last couple of games anyway, hasn't he? So I can't imagine that he's going to be in the false nine. Although I would like to see Taki in the false nine with Mane and Salah flanking him. Obviously, Origi got a game a couple ago when Bobby had his break. Wijnaldum, I think, time for him to have a little bit of a rest. I'd love to see Curtis Jones, don't get me wrong, in the midfield. I just can't imagine that it's going to be that. I think that's 2 attacking probably. So I do think Jimmy Milner's probably going to start in the centre midfield. I'm going to get into some of the comments and stuff now and pray this time that they've actually shown up. Of course they haven't. Of course they haven't. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to try that again. They were there a minute ago. I've got no idea why this keeps going. It's really, really irritating. Why are the comments not showing up? This is stupid. I'm going to have to start the app again. And while I do that, I'm just going to take a little look at the board, try and fill a few seconds, type in the Red Men TV. Thankfully, it's in my search history. Go on to the live video, look at my face. Comments, finally. Here we go. I think Ox starts instead of Milner, says Paul Barker. Which, yeah, I mean, he didn't have a particularly great game against Brighton last time out, did he? But that was on that left wing where Sadio Mane was having a little bit of a break. Maybe Ox, Keita, Fabinho is that midfield three that we do see again. I could see that. I think Ox will probably have a point to prove. Certainly, if he's starting in the middle of the park, I think he's able to do that a little bit more. I think that actually suits his game more than over on that left-hand side. So yeah, Paul, I think I could see something like that. Anything else? Isn't Gomez suspended? Is he? I didn't know that. Does Gomez miss this game, says SDB? Well, does Gomez not miss this game because he got his 5th yellow card, says Sam Gedney? It looks like you guys, as always, know much more than I do. Sai's saying he isn't. Can we have a little check on there, everybody, just in case? I didn't realise that he was either, to be honest. I think Klopp will rest Salah. He's rested both Bobby and Mane in preparation for Arsenal-Chelsea, as well as prepare for next season. Who starts, though, Taki or Elliott? I don't think Andre Fenning this was. I don't think that it would be Elliott. I think it's too soon. I think Curtis Jones hasn't even had a start in the Premier League yet. I'd be surprised if Elliott was to start because he seems to be ahead of him in the pecking order. I don't think he'll rest Salah anyway. I think Salah's banging on his door every week going, I want that golden boot. I want that golden boot, boss. You could see that when he missed that header in the, in stoppage time last night. He is fighting tooth and nail for the golden boot. He's 3 goals behind Jamie Vardy now. We know that. And he'll want every minute and every opportunity to break the goals or get more goals than Vardy this season. Pranchul says Mane was given a rest now with Salah's turn. Gomez isn't banned. We've just had confirmation. Whew, thank you. Joe Rainbird, hot take. Harvey Elliott is overrated. Wow. At Boxing, Mo was rested versus Everton. I think he was a slight doubt then as well. Mao just saying, yeah, he's not. He isn't, said Stills Reviews, thank you very much. Drop Naby, played too often and is injury prone, says Chris Campbell. I'm the complete opposite. I think he's played really well over the last couple of weeks, and I want to see him play more to see if he can establish a bit of rhythm, because when he does play a few games back to back, he starts to sort of really have an impact on games, and we're seeing that right now. If you look into his stats, he's an output machine at the moment. He gets an assist from a great press for the first goal for Mo Salah yesterday, and yes, he is injury prone. We want to put that behind him, and the only way I think you can put that behind him is to by keep playing him and hope that he gets past it. Lucas Brown, wouldn't be surprised if Keita gets a rest and comes on second half and Curtis starts. Interesting, okay, so maybe Curtis in there for Naby Keita, or Naby Lad as we're calling him nowadays. That again with Milner, with Fabinho, Jones, yeah, I'd like to see that again. He's not had a start yet. Maybe now's the time for a start for him. The Elliott overrated one's an interesting shout, isn't it? I think, he's clearly going to be a good player. He's clearly a player that Klopp likes. He's just, I think, too young and a little bit too green at the moment. I think Gomez has been spending too much time with Lovren. He's been looking really shaky since the restart. Andre Fenning. That's interesting. I don't think he's been scintillating or at his normal level since the restart. I think you're right. We don't have much choice at the moment. I think, with the centre-backs, with Matip's injury, with the disappearance of Lovren, Van Dijk and Gomez seem to be, and hopefully he can turn that around. Azar HD, thank you very much for the super chat. Robbo was rested, so I think Trent's turn this game and Williams plays right back. Ooh. I just think, and the reason that I've not done this, because I actually like the shout, mate, and thank you for the super chat as well. I just think against Burnley, we're going to need Trent's creativity, because we know that they're going to come, they're going to sit back, they're going to make it difficult, they're going to play low block, 2 banks of 4, 2 strikers really deep in their own half as well most of the time, and we'll probably need Trent's creativity. I'm not saying Williams can't do it, but Trent's better at it, so that's why I think Trent will start, but I do like the shout as and it would be nice to see him get another start straight off the back of his first proper start in the Premier League. Joe Rainbird, I'd love Elliott to prove me wrong. That's the type of follow-up comment that I love there, mate, Joe. That's brilliant, because we always want Liverpool players to do well. Now, you can think, and I've said this so many times, look, I don't really like, I don't think Lovren's as bad as people make out, but don't think he's a great centre-half either. But I'd love him to prove me wrong, because it's just much better to have the player at your football club than have to sign them. And I hope Elliott does prove you wrong, not because and for those reasons, and I'm glad you think like that as well. Kean Holner calling a 17-year-old overrated could be classed as bullying. Jacob Lee would love to see Hoover at centre-back if Gomez is suspended, which he's not. Trent will 100% start as Moore. What is Minamino actually good at, says Harry 30. I think we're yet to see, and I think I spoke about this on the watch-along yesterday, is I think, you know, Taki's been here now for 6 months, but really in game time and training time and all that type of stuff with the lads, it's 3 months, isn't it? So I think he was always bought for next season. And we're kind of, because of the lockdown and everything, it just feels, well, he's been here longer than the game time suggests, and he's not really got into the rhythm. I think it's a tough place. If he is trying to take Firmino's spot in that number 9, or he is going to be the backup, I should say, for Firmino in that false 9, then it's going to take time. What Firmino does is difficult. That's why he's the only striker in the world that I think would fit perfectly for this front three. Taki's probably going to take a little bit of time to get in there. I'd like to see him get more minutes. I'd like to see him maybe get a 20-30 minute cameo if the game's dead. But yeah. George Nolan, haven't we played 4-2-3-1 against Burnley a few times? We have, and I'd love to see Taki. Oh, good save, Alex. Brilliant. The way he clung onto the board there. Love to see Taki in something like that type of a position, you know, if we were to go more of that sort of 4-2-3-1 and see what he can do in the hole behind, maybe like someone like a Roberto Firmino. But I just don't see that we're going to be playing 4-2-3-1 at the moment. Maybe it is something that he's looking towards, though. I could absolutely see it. Minamino needs to chill out. He's trying too hard, says Ian Rush's moustache. He was so close, wasn't he, to getting that goal again last night. You know, he takes the ball a little bit too wide. Also, I think it was Robertson's cross when he whipped that one low and hard across the penalty area. Nearly gets on the end of that, but the keeper gets in the way. Chamberlain in his favourite positions is Pranshul midfield. Yet to see anything from Taki, says user found. And Blue Bear FNAF said, I'd have Jones over Chamberlain. So there you go. That has been the Starting 11 prediction show. Thank you for everybody who's watched along live. Please drop a like on the video. It really does help us. Thank you very much for the super chat once again. Much appreciated. If you want to get involved with the show again, we'll be going live at 2:15 for the live watch along. We've got live music before, and we're going to have a guest at half time as well. It's me and Paul. It's live fan zone commentary. If you want to help out the channel a little bit more, then please get involved in the memberships. There's 3 tiers available. You get custom emotes, you get fan award shows on the second membership, and exclusive merchandise discounts as well. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Red Men TV.